let's go over one of two ways we can apply automation to our projects, and that's drawing and recording automation. So we can record standard MIDI messages, and we can also record parameter automation too. So if I wanted to record any MIDI messages into this clip, I could actually just enable this plus sign right here that says that when I record over an existing clip, it's just going to add that MIDI information into that clip. So it's going to conjoin those MIDI informations into one clip instead of overwriting the MIDI information I already have in this clip right there. So what I could do is actually click record and start either playing notes or move some MIDI controllers, let's say like this modulation wheel right here, up and down. So let's try that first. Start recording. So now I have that information recorded right there. So all the modulation movements I've made are now recorded within this clip. I can, for example, also record my pitch shift. Let's try that too. Now I recorded some pitch shift, but the reason you don't hear any of that is because my synthesizer is set not to react to this. So if I go back into my serum that plays this melody, you will see that the pitch band range for up and down is 0. That's why it's not reacting. I could set it to react, just like this, and then whatever I recorded is actually going to make a difference. Just like that. So we can record standard MIDI messages along with the notes, but what we can also do is record any of the parameters we have right there. Now what I want to do now is actually record some of this alongside this MIDI modulation that we already have. I would really like to record some of the parameters I have right here. So there are a couple of ways that we can record parameters into automation. Let's say I don't have any of the automations right here. I will delete both of these, just like that. It was easy, a couple of clicks. But let's say I wanted to record this automation with this macro knob right there. So let's say I make this clip into a loop. I'm just going to consolidate it, turn the loop function on. I'm going to go into this modulation that I have, select all, delete it. So I have no modulation there. I just deleted what we recorded right there. Now what I'll do is I'll consolidate this clip and make that clip a loop so I can extend it. And now I can start recording automation. Well, I have to click this button right here, which is the automation arm. So I arm automation recording, then it's going to be recorded on the channels where I have the arm right there. So what I have to do is click this arm automation, and then once I click record, it's going to record any parameter movement as automation. So I can even do that with my mouse. Let's try that out. You see, that was easy. So I'm just using my mouse to move a knob, and that's being recorded as automation. Now, after it's been recorded, once I move the knob, I get this arrow lit up right there. It means that I've moved the parameter since it's been recorded with the automation. So it's not following the automation anymore. It's just going to stay at this fixed position unless I click that arrow and go back to automation, what I actually recorded. Now, let me delete this automation. I'm just going to select this automation in its own lane without selecting any of the MIDI data right there. That's done. I'm going to return the beginning of this clip right here. And what I can also do to record automation, I can use MIDI controllers. So to use a MIDI controller to record automation for parameters like this one, I can map this parameter to a MIDI controller, which I actually have. So what I can do to actually map a MIDI controller to this actual parameter right there is click this MIDI right there, select the parameter I want to map out, and then I just touch or move the fader I want to use. So you see, the moment I used it, it's appeared right here on the screen, the number of the controller. If I touch another one right here, it's gonna change. So it's gonna map that one now. So I will use this last one. Let's use the last one. Now that this is done, I can just turn off this MIDI. So this is already connected. Now once I move it, you see that I'm actually controlling that fader right there, moving this knob. That's nice. So now I can record automation just like that. So let's try that out. So it's as simple as that. What I can also do is maybe even map another control at the same time. So let's say I map out this gain right here to another knob. Let's say the first one right here. So that's done. I can turn this off. And now when I record automation, I can record both of those at the same time. So you see, I can record two controllers at once. I can even do 3 or 4 or 6. I don't have that many hands, but you can do that. If you had enough people messing with enough controllers and enough faders that were mapped, you could record as many tracks simultaneously as you liked. The flickering you see right here when recording is because I record two parameters at once as automation from MIDI, it's flickering from one to the other, trying to show me each one of those on this track. But this is genuinely a way to record more than one parameter.